Hello everyone, welcome to the channel today. Today I want to do a quick and dirty analysis on Chainlink, or Link as it's known. I want to understand what real world problem is it's solving, and then I want to have a look at Link in its entirety, have a quick look at its team, and provide a bit of a SWOT analysis. It's very much a layman's term analysis. I'm no coder, so keen to have a look from my perspective on what I think Link is. Now, before I get started, if you want to get updates like this and understand the cryptocurrency space better, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll be creating videos regularly. But let's, without further ado, let's have a look at Chainlink, or Link as it's known. So at the moment, as you can see, it's the number 5 cryptocurrency, trading at $13.34 with a market cap of $4.6 billion in total. Quite a significant amount of volume compared to the total market cap has been moving around in the last 24 hours, 1.57 billion, and unfortunately it's dropped nearly 10% in price. So let's have a look at Chainlink and see what we can see. Okay, so an overview. Let's have a look. So I wish I invested in this when I looked at this in 2017, when it was trading at about $40. But as we can see, 2020 has been a busy year for Link. It started the year off at around $1.90. Last month in August, it went up to $17. So it's had some significant growth. Coin Checkup scores the coin at 4 out of 5 stars. It has a lot of open channels. It's got a good team, good product strength, a lot of GitHub activity, and decent brand awareness. So Coin Checkup rates Link as a very strong buy. So let's have a deep dive on Link's purpose. So I want to understand what real world problem is it solving, and is it actually solving a real world problem or not. So let's have a look at this, and then I'll sort of have a look at this, and then I'll jump in. There's a little video here. I'll show you the first 2 minutes. But so Chainlink states its purpose as Chainlink aims at creating an off-chain settlement mechanism where traditional institutions such as banks can communicate with blockchains, as well as open up a cross-chain protocol. All right, let's have a look at what they have to say. So I'll be quiet for the next 2 minutes, and then I'll jump back in.
Smart contracts are poised to revolutionize many industries by replacing the need for both traditional legal agreements and centrally automated digital agreements. But smart contracts can't access real-world data, such as data feeds, APIs, or banking systems, due to blockchain's consensus technologies. The way this problem is traditionally solved is through the use of blockchain middleware called an oracle. Oracles are defined as an agent that finds and verifies real-world data and submits this information to a blockchain to be used in smart contracts. But existing oracles are centralized services. Any smart contract using such a service has a single point of failure, making it no more secure than a traditional, centrally run digital agreement. Many centralized oracles rely on notarization or manual human input, slowing down the process and bringing in big levels of trust. Chainlink is a secure, cutting-edge oracle middleware network that is fully decentralized by being based on blockchain technology. It allows smart contracts to access key off-chain resources like data feeds, APIs, traditional bank account payments, e-signatures, market data, weather data, sports scores, commodities trading, health claim data, and anything else you can conceive of, by chain linking multiple data inputs to help eliminate any one point of failure. The Chainlink network provides reliable tamper-proof inputs and outputs for smart contracts on any blockchain. By providing smart contracts secure access to key data resources, Chainlink allows other parties and actors to mimic real-world agreements that require external proof of performance and various payment methods. Really, without Chainlink, smart contract platforms can't expand too far beyond tokenization and the occasional enclosed game. Chainlink is the first technology which will be able to connect enterprise blockchains, real-world data, and legacy banking, solving the Oracle problem.
Okay, so this is very interesting. So let's unpack that a little bit, and then I'll move on from the real for the coin's use case. But again, we're going to what did that figure just explain? So smart contracts are very exciting to me. So what is Chainlink saying? They are a decentralized Oracle network that provides real world data to smart contracts on the blockchain. So how do we understand a smart contract? What is exciting about them? Smart contracts are agreements, sometimes legal agreements, which revert into an if this then that statement. If this happens, then that will happen, and the smart contracts execute. This is where oracles play a central role. So an oracle is software known as middleware. It acts as an intermediary translating data from for smart contracts to be able to execute. So smart contracts can access the data in that oracle. The interesting part is that the oracle then becomes a single point of failure. We've got one single point of data, and that means that you could you could corrupt the execution of the smart contract. You could say that something's happened and it provides a single point of failure. So Link is really trying to resolve this by having a network of decentralized oracles and really using real world and live data. And so the smart contracts use that real world data and execute when those conditions are met. Now, this eliminates a lot of reliability issues and questions that might occur if you're using a single centralized source. So it's very exciting. And then the exciting area for me here is the applications that it has. Anything from finance, betting, insurance to energy trading, and it really reduces cost, but it makes it much more 20th century, if you like, but much more applicable. So let's try and think of a use case. If, let's say, I have an insurance claim, I make that claim, I've crashed my car and I've broken my arm. The smart contract could look at multiple data sources. So it could look at a police report that an accident had happened there. It could use the garage data to confirm what the damage was. It could then look at my GPS location to say I was there at that point, so I was involved in that crash, and actually there's health data which says I broke my arm and this was the cost. Once all of those conditions are met, it will then execute. Maybe that's a sort of poorly thought out example there, but if you look at the applications there, it's enormous. If you think what costs it could save industries and how efficient it makes those processes, that's a very exciting proposition. So if we look at Link, I think it definitely solves a real world problem. So let's have a look at a few more strengths. So it's built on the Ethereum network, which is a long and established network within obviously the cryptocurrency sphere. Using real and multiple data sources is very exciting, as we've already said. When I looked into Link, it seems they're very keen on being open source and transparent. So that's another strength. They've got a very clear purpose and problem that they're solving. And they've got a relatively active community, or a very active community if you look on social media. So yes, I think it's got a lot of strengths. I think from that you have a lot of opportunities. I already went on that big use case of real, the big opportunity is external data feeds in smart contracts executable. That's very exciting. The opportunities are massive partnerships. What can we do in sort of industries? How can we use smart contracts in traditional services like banking, and how can we open up data and use that with Link. I think it's very exciting and a load of opportunities. Now let's have a look to see if we can see. Oh yes, one other strength is Chainlink is blockchain agnostic, so you can sell directly to every network, and it supports things like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hyperledger, Ledger, and other leading blockchains. So yes, it's got a lot of good stuff. Let's have a look if we can find out anything about the team. So let's have a look. Can we find anything on there? Network team. There we go. So let's have a look at that team. I believe that team is pretty hot as well. So let's have a look. So yes, it seems to have a lot of experts on board. So the first three really caught my eyes. Ari Jules, he's a technical advisor, and Ari is a professor of computer science in the Jacobs Institute at Cornell Tech and a co-director of IC3, the Initiatives for Cryptocurrencies and Contracts. He was previously chief scientist of RSA. So no slouch there. Somebody who's got quite a lot of knowledge and a professor of computer science at Cornell Tech. I would say that's a very strong advisor. Andrew Miller is a well-known leader in decentralized consensus research and secure blockchain infrastructure. He's an associate professor of computer science at the University of Illinois and an advisor to both Zcash and Tezos. So he knows the cryptocurrency space and blockchain space very well. And then Evan Cheng is one of the creators of LLVM, which generates the low-level machine code running every Apple device, as well as much of Google, Nvidia, and Intel. He's currently director of engineering at Facebook. We can go on and on there. There's quite a few more. I think, needless to say, they've got a team of experts on this. So, are there any weaknesses that I can see? I've sort of had a look at this again. I'm not a coder. I've heard that the platform can be quite technical. I've done a bit of research on some of the forums, and it seems like that the platform is quite technical, and I believe it has quite a high circulating supply. Currently, that circulating supply stands at 350 million. So yes, it has got a relatively large supply. Obviously, the price has shot up in the last few months exponentially. In all honesty, but equally with a use case that strong, I think I would recommend it as a very interesting coin to keep an eye on. So I myself will keep a very close eye on what's happening with Link. So I hope I've described Link to you there accurately, and I hope it has given you some information on Link. Keen to see where the price goes next and what it does. Let me know if this is useful, if there's anything else that you would like to see in these types of analysis, and any coins and thoughts you have, please share them with me. Thank you.